participant will be on the mute mode. At the end of a session, we will have an opportunity to talk. I will unmute all of you, and then whatever the question and queries you guys will have, I will try to discuss and share as per my best. And you feel free to drop your question, because sometimes it may happen that while going through the presentation, some queries click in the mind. So don't wait that we are going to talk at the end. Meanwhile, you can drop and I will try to cover all those queries also at the end of the session. So let me share my screen and start the presentation. And I believe everyone is able to see my screen. And I'm looking for a couple of responses if someone is not able to see my screen as well as voice. So yes, I think it's working. Okay, again, welcome. Good evening and thanks for joining. I would like to thank local Alibaba Cloud team as well as Alibaba Cloud Singapore community for this opportunity. This is the first time that I am the part, and it's really an honor to be here and to interact with each and everyone. Really thanks to the whole community member as well as the Alibaba team. Our topic is around Alibaba Cloud certification journey. Why I this big topic at a first? Because right now we all are in the situation where we are looking to upskill ourselves as quickly as possible, and there are a lot of things going around the world, and we are trying to put effort to get the expertise in the field of cloud. Because I am not going to talk about what is cloud, because I believe it is nothing a new thing. Cloud become a mainstream, it is a new norm, and it is achieve at its maturity level, be it a startup world to the enterprise world or any part of a world. So I will quickly jump into specific on the Alibaba Cloud, and looking to more interaction from your side, guys, because the topic is something which is having a lot of myths. Seems simple, but yeah, it comes with a lot of myths. And again, couple of people, maybe you know me, and my name is Chirag, and I am based out of Singapore. It's been almost a year since I shifted here, but from last 2-3 years, I'm in the cloud ecosystem. I stayed multiple states in India, and there I was a part of multiple communities. And bit about me, I started my career in November 2016 as a technical sales manager. So my role is bit of the commercial side, more on the technical understanding, solution designing, and solution walkthrough explanation, especially the cost optimization and security. So my core is about networking and infrastructure, and specialty in the migration part. I have a bunch of cloud certification from different cloud provider as well as from the Alibaba Cloud, which ranges from the entry level to the expert level. And I am also the co-organizer of Alibaba Cloud Singapore community. I highly recommend to join so that we all will be stay connected for the future session. As well as I recently started my YouTube channel. So the link is here. I started a series around Alibaba Cloud, where some basic tutorial how the Alibaba Cloud services is compared with other cloud provider, and how you can adapt if you are working on some other cloud provider, how you can adapt and how you can understand and make your journey in Alibaba Cloud platform. So that's a bit about me. Feel free to tweet also. That will create a more interaction so that more and more people will aware. You can use any of your social media platform. Make sure to tag Alibaba Cloud handle as well as the people from community. It will really helpful for all of us, as we are growing community, looking forward more and more contribution from each one of you. So agenda is why Alibaba Cloud Platform, why we are talking about this platform, and then I will share about the value of certification. There are always the two sides of a coin. Some people say certification don't come with the value. It will not any value for your professional career. Some will say it is highly recommended that you need to do the certification, then only you will able to achieve certain level. It is something, so both sides. I am also the other side. Yeah, I am fond of certification. That is why when I started my career, even before starting my career, I had couple of certification. I will surely share my story. And after I joined my career, I started my career. It's been almost 3.5 years in my journey. And what certification values I am able to leverage from my overall journey. And then we will come to the what kind of categories and what kind of certification exam tracks are available on or provided by Alibaba Cloud. And obviously there will be some tips and tricks I can say for you, and along with the resources, how anyone can start and how anyone can think and design their own roadmap. And at the end, we will have a Q&A, which I am expecting a lot of questions because of this topic. All right, guys, so let's start it. Why Alibaba Cloud? One of the biggest thing, because there are other cloud provider in the market. Some of you, I believe, have started their journey from a different cloud platform. But why we are talking about Alibaba Cloud? There is a lot of things which we need to consider, which can impact any decision making and anyone's journey. So Alibaba Cloud is growing exponentially. They have not only present in mainland China, but apart from each part of the world, and almost they have around 21 region, which consists of 63 availability zone. Again, these are the basic concept, how to get the high redundancy and all those things, how the physical infrastructure is designed by cloud provider. Recently they announced, this is a very big thing, they announced around $28 billion of investment in the span of next 3 years to expand their service area as well as their infrastructure design. So you can think, if the cloud provider is too serious because they are seeing the tremendous growth at use cases, so that is I believe an important thing by any cloud provider to fit in the market and to give the comfort, the value to their users, to their customer. They have again the biggest presence in mainland China, where they have around 2,300 CDN or POP location. Apart from that, 500 different edge location globally. The most important thing which fascinates me and why I came into the Alibaba Cloud world, I attended one of the event in person here in Singapore, where I heard from the group VP of Alibaba Group, and he shared about the story of Double 11 record. Really, guys, if you really search, and I believe we all heard from the West world about Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I was never aware about the Double 11, but when I heard and I started searching about that, it is really mind-boggling, guys. The way infrastructure is getting designed, the way transactions are getting handled, nothing again rocket science or groundbreaking, but how we can design our application as well as infrastructure to make the things which will be able to achieve unlimited growth. So quick thing about like 500,000 transaction per second, it is able, like Alibaba e-commerce store is able to handle. So 500,000 transaction. Now again, it is not a myth. For any e-commerce store, a single transaction loss can be a bad user experience, a business loss. So you can understand that 500,000, it's like if I go to the precisely, it's 544,000 transactions per second. So really it is something which opened my mind, and I start learning about more and more. It's not that the platform is new, it is since 2009, but from the last couple of, I can say from 18 to 24 months, I see the platform is getting traction and people start talking and considering because of couple of things. One is a competitive pricing and other is service coverage. One important thing is Alibaba Cloud is platform is number one in APAC region, Asia Pacific, as well as number three. If you want to read more about that, I highly recommend to follow some Gartner reports. I'm a fond of reports and numbers. So I always follow like where the market is going, how the market trend is. It's not only the number one place, but how the other player are moving in the market, what is the specific use cases and solutions they are providing. So couple of links, and again presentation also will be shared with you, so you can follow the links. I put some reference link in this slide. Now I would like to spend some few minutes here to talk about, because I just put a few pointers, but I believe we can talk much more from a different aspect. Few are professional, experienced professional, few are maybe the mid age of their career, few are fresher. So question is certification worth? There are always two sides, like whether it will add value or not. That is what we are going to talk. And I would like to start this from the from the experience level people, the people who are into the industry, who are working on the legacy technology and having awesome experience. They are subject matter expert in that area. But cloud is something which is now taking a place or entry into any enterprise or any business or any vertical segment we can talk. Cloud is already present there because cloud achieve all those security compliances, giving the trust factor as well as the agility. And we are living in the world of DevOps, how quickly we can go to market rather than thinking about building our own data center and purchasing hardware, all those procurement cycle. But coming to the cloud, it is giving the opportunity to build fast and fail fast, so that we can troubleshoot where what kind of improvements are required. So certification are game changer. Few experienced people think that yes, certification may be not required. It's fine because you have experience. But whenever we are going to do some change management, because our mind will always resist us not to do something in which we are not comfortably straight away, and because we always want to be live in our comfort zone. So especially I'm talking for the 10 plus year kind of experience. Why I'm talking from that way, I have interacted thousands of people in my 3.5 year of career, being a part of communities. And I talk many and many people from a student level to the fresher to the 15 to 20 year of industry veteran. And I also try to learn from them that what their thought process and what they are thinking about cloud, and especially adopting cloud as a career. And little bit like I also, what I can say, it's really honor. I also help or influence thousands of professionals to start their cloud journey. So that is from that front I'm trying to talk, that it is my own learning also, that how people are taking as a cloud from a different experience factor. So for experience factor, you can think cloud as a add-on. First of all, cloud is nothing that you need to think as a separate or individual technology you need to learn, but it is something that it is a add-on with your existing learning, existing experience, whether you are a database architect or a developer or a network guy or system admin, or you are expert in the Windows administration. Cloud is the add-on, because the Windows operating system is a Windows operating system, whether it will run on your own bare metal on-premises system or in cloud. But Windows commands are same. The same with the Linux. Yes, in cloud you will get much more flexibility to quickly move to the different level of infrastructure or hardware and achieving different level of network graphic processing thing than buying and owning the thing in your house. So it is a add-on. Try to understand that how you can leverage your existing experience by adopting a cloud. Don't resist first of all. And why certification for the experienced people? Because if you are a subject matter expert, that is where the different level of certifications came into picture. You can adapt a different track. There is no prerequisite that you need to do one by one. You can directly go for the expert level track. Point is, it will push you to learn, because if you're planning for the expert level track, it doesn't mean like it is. I found it is not like a cup of a tea, that yes, you really need to know in and out about that track, as well as little bit that I always say 20 to 25% of add-on, which is a cloud specific. In our case is Alibaba Cloud platform. So you really need to know that how the platform is implementing, how their software defined stack is, what kind of network CIDR is supported, what will be the biggest, smallest, all those things. If you are a network guy, if you are a developer person, you need to know, again, everything is API driven. The whole cloud concept is API driven. The way we are interacting via portal or SDK or any command line, underneath the API calls are happening. So understand from a developer perspective, it is just an add-on. The way you are using current system, just make a mindset that something is going to put at a different location, and you are going to integrate it via calling the APIs, putting in the same programming language in which you are comfortable. Most of the programming language are supported by Alibaba Cloud Platform, and SDK is available. Otherwise, the rest APIs are there. You can integrate and try to utilize the service. So now how you will leverage, now think, because if you are experienced in the industry, so it is expected that you understand the different kind of storage. It is very common to know that what is the difference between the object storage and the block storage and the file storage. The same is cloud is providing out of the box, because cloud comes with the concept of a distributed thing, purpose specific build services, because whatever the purpose or what is the specific requirement, according to that we will pick the services from the menu, build our solution, join all those nut and bolts, and our solution will be ready, rather than thinking that we need to integrate everything and then unnecessarily we need to waste the resources. That is where, for the experience, keep remember, utilize your existing experience. Another thing is, because cloud is playing at a different level, it's not only for the technical people but for the business people. If you are again into the experience category, you are looking to adopt cloud as a career, because all the CIOs, we all see the reports and surveys, all the big brands to the small brands, everywhere the CIO layer is talking about cloud, that how they can accelerate their digital transformation for their organization, for their for their businesses, by utilizing or by integrating cloud platform. And it's not okay one platform, but maybe a multiple cloud platform. And Alibaba is winning the game in most of the, in many cases. And that is where you can think that if you are looking for a leadership role, especially come to the leadership role for the experienced people. Yes, you have done enough the tech work, but now you are looking for a role where you can lead the team or the lead the organization. Cloud is for you. Think Alibaba Cloud, how it is driving all the solution for the different vertical. So now let's little bit talk about the people who are into the data, or data, what I can say, data roles. Data can be data architect, some kind of DBA, some kind of big data people. So if you are into the data role, yes, the journey can be simple. Hadoop is Hadoop. You will get much more flexibility to scale quickly, test, maybe run your jobs, and as well as the end-to-end pipeline from ingestion to the cleaning to the putting into the data warehouse, as well as a visualization, maybe some third party available in the market, or as well as out of the box provided by Alibaba Cloud. So that's a bit about the experienced people. Now let's talk about the freshers, because freshers are something, because we all have an internet access very easily nowadays. 10 years back it was a tough, it was, internet was luxury, but nowadays it's a necessity. We without the internet, we obviously we feel very, very bad in our day, that hey, I lose my internet connectivity, so how I will survive. It is kind of a survival question nowadays if we don't have an internet access. So for the freshers, they see that, yeah, everyone is talking about cloud. There is a endless opportunity, because the job, what I can say, job posting also increased. Yesterday I was going through one news that Alibaba announced that they are going to create 5,000 jobs for within this fiscal year. So see, the 5,000 jobs, especially in the current situation where the globally is following all those pandemic situation, and market is going down, but the demand is getting increase and increase, because we started following work from home as now a normal culture. It is no longer very luxury, it is now our part of our life. And every time we need to connect it with our centralized system, which will have the again same policies, restriction, whatever the any enterprise or any organization define. And cloud is the way to achieve all those things as quickly as possible without moving out of from our house. So so the freshers are going into that mindset. Yes, freshers are doing damn great. I really appreciate, because of the excess of resources freshers or the newbies are having. They are damn good in the newer technology like blockchain, IoT, machine learning. Everything is there. And as well as freshers are also interested to do the certification. And I see from the last 2 to 3 months, everyone LinkedIn is full of all the certification. People are trying to put the effort to learn, and then it will get validate, and they are showing. So for the fresher, I would like to say, don't put yourself quickly into the certification. Yes, there are foundation certification is there, that is good to do. Like we will cover the different categories in coming slide, but I would suggest not to think about to go for the expert and professional level, because important point, passing an exam is a one thing, but keep remember certification will give only foundation level knowledge. It will not recognize any experience, or it will not give that title that yes, if you've done the certification you become expert. Keep remember cloud is moving in a much faster pace. Exam refresh cycle can be 2 to 3 years. It may happen that 3 years with the same technology or with the same service, maybe 10x or 100x improved solution can be built, but exam is not updated. So try to take it from that how you can learn the basic foundation, whatever in your academics you are learning. Keep remember network, compute, and storage is something that is a universal, beat any technology. And in cloud, you really need to know, to understand, to design the solution which will really work. If you don't understand the basic of this compute, storage, and networking, trust me, guys, it will be much harder to survive even whatever the awesome upper layer technologies you are aware. Same with now the people who are experienced and they are planning to switch their career. That is something that people are looking, having a one technology expertise 3 to 5 year, but looking to change and enter into the world of cloud. For you guys, really don't think that by doing a certification next day you will get a job or you will get an offer. Yes, certification will give, I can say, the opportunity. It happened with me, like, yeah, but due to certification I got enough calls. Well, when I was into the I was completing my graduation and ready to enter into the corporate world, but really I was my fundamentals was not clear. I have at that time even enough cloud certification, but my fundamentals are not clear. I was talking about all those auto scaling things, but without knowing the economics, how the cost is getting justified and how the business is running. Switching a career is a good thing. Adopting a cloud is important. Alibaba Cloud platform is there. Opportunity is there because of it is covering every area, every service, as well as the learning and training material is there. But don't think that just doing the certification will give you the job or your whatever your desired career. It is covering the fundamental. Even with the expert level, think 50 to 60% it is testing your fundamental skill and fundamental knowledge. I sat for multiple exams, so that is the same experience I found. If the fundamental is clear, any exam can be achieved, and after that you need to share the same learning for in your job, in your profile, that how you learned this. Because then if you achieve, let's say, as a even a very fresher or the newbie age, as well as a career switching age, if you even achieve the expert level, so it is expected that without any help you understand the solution, understand about Alibaba Cloud platform, and you will be able to perform the task. So don't put yourself or your mind in that trap that yes, only to doing on and doing too many certification will give you the instant success. It is step by step journey from everyone's own experience and everyone's own plan, that what actually they want to do and what is their long term goal. Short term, yes, short term, that is what I'm saying. If you do certification, because right now supply is less, demand is high, certified people is many, but qualified certified who is able to perform are still kind of a struggle phase. So try to understand, try to put yourself in that position, that how you are going to leverage the value of certification. I come across or encountered many conversation, many that people are saying, hey, I have spent maybe hundreds of hours as well as money from my pocket to do certification, but I'm not getting anything out of it. This is where the value of certification is getting decreased, because people are just watching few courses and next day they sit for exam, and then they show they are a professional level. Associate level, entry level is something, yes, it will show yes you understand a little bit of basic and you can be able to grow. But if you show at a first step that you have an expert level thing or a professional level, then the expectation of the other person, especially let's say you are applying for a job, is bit change, and it is expected that you know what you are talking. So keep remember these few pointers. Different age factor or different career experience factor matters a lot to design your own journey. Think about leadership, what kind of role you are looking. Freshers, focus on your fundamentals first of all, then you can test. It will just validate yes you have put the effort, but again it is not the end, it is just a start. Because cloud is moving in much faster way, it is tough every day to update ourselves with too many updates. But pick a one area in which you think that you can shine. Again, if we even if we talk about a big data or machine learning, for that you really need to know about compute and storage. If you don't know about like how the compute and how the storage, how it will fit best, that design may not work. Maybe a one time for a small scale it will work, but achieving, obviously, for talking about a big data or machine learning, we need enough data, and we need to know how to clean the data rather than just talking about that I will train my model instantly by utilizing the cloud power. So think these are the few pointers I would like to highlight here. Let's proceed. So now coming to the Alibaba certification catalog, the different categories are there. So they are covering the different job role, I can say, because security is something, being as a front end guy, it is most asked question from a different level, where whether you talk with any CXO level people or IT people or a developer, the security question come always in a different taste, but at the end everyone wants to know whether my data is secure, how all these things will be able to access, and blah blah blah. So security is something Alibaba cloud provider, cloud platform is providing a separate track which is covering specific on the security side, because security is not a one thing, it is not about encrypting a data. That is yes one part but not all. A network level security, again the human error, how to reduce our identity and identity and policy, who can access what, that is another level of security. We can think multiple ways for depend upon what kind of workload we are trying to put it on Alibaba cloud. So each and every type of workload may have a different security feature requirement. Maybe whatever required for the web application security may be not required for some kind of ERP, depends. So Alibaba cloud is providing out of the box a lot of services. If you are using some kind of your existing proprietary system, that can also be moved, and that is where the Alibaba Cloud Marketplace is there. We can utilize, we can spin up, and infrastructure as a service is always there to do to set up all those things. Again, if you know about, then you really need to know about your own networking stack, like what is the meaning of DMZ and how the routing is going to happen internally, who is going to talk with what, and how the traffic is going to filter. That is where the basics is going to leverage, right? I just talk about the security. So security is having a two exam. One is an associate level, one is a professional level. A big data track, which is having a three exam, associate, professional, as well as expert. The track is cloud computing, which I found is more covering into the architect side, that you really need to know how to design the solution. I see, yes, ACA is very common and many people are doing. I kudos to everyone, as well as kudos to Alibaba team who are providing opportunity to everyone to start their journey. So this cloud computing track I found more into the architect level, if you really know to design end-to-end solution which consists of multiple different services, and big data security is specific to covering those roles. So let's talk about associate level certification. Just give me a second, guys. So associate track is something which is for, you can say, the entry to the world of Alibaba Cloud. Again, it is providing all three layers, the big data as well as security, but associate exams are something which is covering too many products from their core level, that how it will fit for the solution design. If you are even a fresher, you can go for that. You can just test yourself, your knowledge, that yes, associate level, but again, as a fresher, I don't recommend to suggest to go for the professional and expert level. Trust me guys, it will not give you the value which is actually it's supposed to deliver. So don't do until unless you have enough experience and understanding, not only about Alibaba Cloud Platform, but about the basics and the core of IT, how does how the industry and some specific domain vertical is working, what kind of things is required, and how there you can leverage your academics learning coming down to network storage and compute. So this exam consists of 50 questions. So I'm talking about the cloud computing exam. It is a famous one in the world of Alibaba, and most of the people starting their journey from here. So consists of 50 question, 100 marks and 90 minutes. And it consists of multiple single answer, some multiple choice and true false kind of question. Again, famous one, entry point. Anyone can take this anytime. Basics are required and you are good to go for this exam. So coming to the again associate level, big data and security, it is also covering the core product, but from the angle of, let's say, giving you how you can use emap reduce, how the data warehousing work here, and what kind of services can fit best to solve a problem. This again can for the people who are into the experience level into the big data, as well as who understand about the security. That can be the good point to switch a career, to start your journey, to build your confidence. Again, exams also build the confidence. It is really, I failed in couple of exams also, so I know how we all feel bad after submitting and then see the result. But yes, once we pass, it will really boost our confidence, because then our mindset will become, yes, it is expected that we know this track and this technology and this kind of solution. So we really need to put more and more effort, rather than saying after passing exam learning will stop. That's not a point. It is something we need to put maybe 2x more effort to learn, to get more understanding and more comfort level with that track and with that technology stack and services. So big data and security exam, both again having a 60 question, 100 marks, 90 minutes, as well as both exams are having a different. So for the big data, 30 single answer question, 10 MCQ, 20 true false kind of question. But for the security, they don't have a true false question, only 40 single and 20 MCQ. And another thing is passing mark is 60%. So again, don't target that you just going for a marks. That is another myth, that getting 1,000 or a perfect score will make anyone expert than a person who is getting 80% or 80 score, right? Don't think it's all about everyone's own understanding and the way we our thought process work, and maybe imagination. I always say that imagination is bigger than knowledge. So if you can imagine the solution in your mind while grabbing and reading the question, it will show maybe multiple ways that how to pick the best option. Yes, for the associate one, you will find quick options to figure out, the not valid one and the valid one. But when it comes to the expert level, it is not about a true and false or right and wrong. It is best of the best. There, it is really checking the level of depth about that core area. So keep remember, try to build your strength around that, try to understand from a different track. Doing a 8 certification is also not recommended in on just a way. Yes, it's good to own. It will really add a value if you do it in a right way, if you really understand that core area, and then you start doing and putting effort and do some proven work and result. So now coming to the professional level exam. So again, I just put everything in a single slide. For the professional level, it is take it as an intermediate level. It is something you need to really know your IT, general IT stuff in a better and deeper way, as well as Alibaba Cloud platform. You need to really map first of all how the things are working here, because we are not going to touch any hardware. Everything is going to interact via a software defined layer, and we are going to interact via the portal or the APIs as well as the CLI. So understand how it will fit, what are the limitation and what are the pros and cons of each service, how you can design a solution which will get the maximum performance out of the box for that service. Giving example of especially the database cases we really need to understand that how we need to design our partition key so that we can avoid the hot spotting. All those things really need to be mm, prepared, tested, and then yes, then exam will be then easy, I can say. Even a pro and expert level exam will be easy if you really played something and understand the basic of that service. Then how solution is going to be designed. So all these three exam or three tracks are covering at a professional level also. So for the cloud computing, or for me, I call it as a architect track. It consists of 70 question, 100 marks, and 90 minutes. Again, it will be mix of single answer MCQ, true false, but don't expect that it will be just one liner question like in the associate exam. It will be multi sentence question with a multiple scenario where you really need to think that what can be the approach. Even for the true and false kind of a question, I can tell that it is not that a one line and we need to just quickly say true or false. We really need to create that scenario, understand the depth. Maybe a single word can change the whole situation. The same with big data, 60 question, bit lengthy exam, and 120 minutes. Again, 100 marks is the standard. For the security, 80 questions, 120 minutes, and it is again a mix of single answer, MCQ, and true false. Now coming to the expert level, this is really the hardest and toughest one, right? One can do anything. Again, no prerequisite required to follow the professional as and associate level. If you're really comfortable, you have worked on the platform heavily, you understand, you want to validate or you want to recognize even yourself. Again, it is for yourself, it is not for something else. It is for yourself. You want to recognize yourself, you can go register, prepare, put your idea, put your understanding on the console, on the services, try to leverage your existing experience and existing learning, that how it is going to work, and documentation is the best way to understand. And another thing is the use cases. That is why I shared about double 11. Like I read that and I was searching it for a couple of days and I found lot of a useful thing which is really helping me from last 6 to 8 months about my own understanding of architecture design, that how yes this can be possible, this can be a single point of failure, how it can be removed and mitigate. This may be not, this may the like kind of a solution may open some kind of security concerns. So lot of things are getting open and understand, and I am also trying to leverage my own 3 to 4 year of learning and working on a different vertical migration and setting up the cloud native initiative and cloud native architecture. Really, it is helping me also. So expert level, please really cautious, think about how really you can design the solution. It is about best of the best, not a true and false or right or wrong. It will not consist again true false. It is a MCQ as well as single answer question. So for the security, expert level right now is not available. It is may become in near future, as from the official page and guide it is showing coming soon. So expect that the security expert level track is also coming. Apart from that, I was seeing yesterday one session about the databases from the Alibaba Cloud. Maybe I'm expecting some kind of specialty for the database level. So who knows? Hope something, because they are covering a database, a different kind of database for different kind of use cases. So it is another a big field, and hope in near future we will see something more specific for the people who are towards DB architect and DB design. So I just made something this, that associate levels are mile wide. It is something that it is covering multiple services. Let's say giving the cloud computing exam, it is covering about your server, about your storage, object storage, as well as your server load balancer, little bit about auto scaling, where it will fit, and little bit about how the costing factor will impact. But when it comes to the professional level, the area is little bit, I say it is little bit closed, because professional level, as it is giving from a different track, whether for the big data security or our architect one. So it is covering the area, but in the deeper. It is not the simply asking that fact and figure, but actually how really the architecture is going to be, and why this we are choosing. So that kind of scenario. And expert level is both covering the bigger area, but in much more deeper strength. That yes, if you really know Hadoop or you understand Apache Spark, and if you understand Kafka, how you can do the real-time streaming, whether you are into the IoT world. But if you understand IoT, we really need to know about the networking and all those protocol thing, how you can leverage the Alibaba Cloud platform to design your solutions. So expert level is really, I found, the hardest one, and really it is as it is saying expert level, it is for the subject matter expert people. So for them it will be easy start. For the experienced people it can be directly easy start. But if you are new, don't go for the pro and expert level until unless you are comfortable with the platform, because doing an exam is not a again end or a big thing. Anyone can do. Again, I'm not saying or discouraging that not to do, but please do in a proper way when you feel comfortable and when you are ready to leverage the value. It is not that there is no race going, that we need to have a, 20s or 30s or maybe 50s of count of certification without knowing the thing. So try to understand, try to leverage, then you will surely get a return. And I can say I'm one of a witness, because I started, as I mentioned, before college, before starting my career in my college days. I have bunch of certification at that time, but no idea. Then I joined an organization. I started my career. I started again from the starting phase, not from the certification, but from the work, that really how to understand a simple migration, like why, what kind of things is really need to know. If a customer is coming and saying they want to move their infrastructure or whatever the existing application to Alibaba Cloud platform, how to leverage, how to understand what need to be there or what need to be gathered to design a solution. So I started, and then yes, it's been a 3.5 year journey. That yes, I'm trying to learn every day more and more as a newer technology is coming. But again, it is boiling down to again our fundamentals of network storage compute. So a couple of tips from my side about that certification. I believe there are some other certification or specific service base. We will talk maybe a couple of minutes in coming slides. So tips: don't confuse with too many resources. That is the biggest trap again, that following the too many resources to learn a single thing, rather than putting the effort to do that, do the same courses or same thing again and again. Just follow one and try to do the experiment. That is the key to success. Until unless you will not do experiment, if you think that yes, today you just watch a course, tomorrow you are going to sit an exam, it's okay. Again, passing exam is not a thing, but how you are going to leverage and utilize and present yourself. Yes, you are certified and you really know what to do in what kind of scenario. So don't confuse with too many resources. Don't try to learn everything simultaneously. Especially try to pick, again, quality resources are there. I will share in next slide the resources part also, that how I am also learning and how I am trying to get the ideas. Because I totally agree with everyone that not every scenario can be simulated. Yes, use cases are here, but it's not possible for every time that we can simulate everything in our account to see that how this solution is working. It may be again multiple factor, a person's own comfort zone with the technology stack. Maybe yes, it comes with a cost also, because to design maybe a production grade solution, you need to bear some cost. So multiple factor can impact a decision. But don't try to confuse yourself with too much resources. Pick one, but then do the deep dive. For doing the deep dive, you need to really open your console. It will not add any value. Just watch a course, sit for exam, and even if you don't know how to sign up, it is happening. I can show you even a couple of forums that yes, people are not clear that even how to sign up for the account. It may be a 2 minute process. For someone it may be 2 week process also, right? So try to open the account, and there is something known as free trial, which is giving all the common services in a much better way, so that we can at least learn the basic, try to understand, try to feel that how the services are running. That this is a common question I got, like what should I build? I watch a course, I watch tutorial, I just open the console, click, course over, I deleted the resources. But what should I actually build to which will clear my doubts? I am also again Now, for the people who don't like coding or programming, especially, I am the one who never write a code till date in my career, right? So it doesn't mean that cloud is not for you. Cloud is for everyone. It is an add-on which is really accelerating your existing experience and which will surely help you as well as your clients to improve their digital transformation as well as their internal processes to adopt a newer technology much faster. Don't think that it is only for the people who know the programming. They can only talk about cloud, or maybe in the developer communities it is common that yes, I don't know the programmer, sorry, I don't know about the Linux or the Windows operating system. Will cloud fit for me? Should I learn or not? Whether it will add value or not? It's for everyone, even for the people who are into the business development, because cloud is there. If you are into the IT business development or even marketing, you really need to know. That is where this associate level come into picture. Associate level is for everyone. If you are into different career, different non-IT, you want to come and you want to start your IT business development marketing, associate level is for you, because it will again push you to learn the basics, and surely you will recognize yourself and you will really feel happy. So don't think that it is for the programming people. So that is one example I always gave. You can try with WordPress. Most of the people don't have their own portfolio, but we all have our super duper social media profiles, right? But build your own portfolio. At least have a one domain. Again, it is coming from my own personal experience. Since my college days, I own my first domain when I was in my school days. It's in 2012. I own a one domain name, and after that, I have my own first name last name.com domain name. So it is giving me much opportunity to understand more about the, because a one small investment can open multiple doors. Nowadays buying a domain is like a maybe a lesser than a meal cost. So go have a domain. Why I'm saying? Because it will open a room. Now coming to, yes, you build your beautiful architecture, powerful infrastructure on Alibaba Cloud platform, but keep remember, if your DNS service is not good, nothing gonna work. The user experience will be poor. So to understand, let's say about the DNS, buy a domain name. Maybe host a name server on Alibaba domain services. You will open multiple doors for yourself to learn how to feel and experience, because yes, possibly not every experience we are going to feel and play in our job. This is a truth. Agree. But you can put some amount of efforts from your side to clarify and to open your bigger learning curve, rather than sticking with just a same learning curve, because that is where the cloud is giving the opportunity of build fast, fail fast, test fast. The quickly you will try it, the quickly you will fail. Failing is important here. It is not that every time our solution need to work like a charm, but once you fail, you will get an idea where to troubleshoot. And it may happen that practically in your career, maybe today or maybe tomorrow later somewhere, you will face the same error, and at that time you will know, yes, you solve that. This is the problem. This is maybe kind of a limitation or if and but that will give your confidence in a much better way, and really you will be able to perform the job. So I suggest with the WordPress blog, maybe you don't need to be a front end guy, UI UX guy. Even I don't know. I just use the themes and all those things to create the thing, right? But underneath, because it is giving the, again, it can run on a single VM, it can run on a multi-tier, it can run in a container. You can test the scalability, you can distribute, you can put the stateless things, stateful things, you can interact, make it as a maybe kind of a forum to test to see how the user session states you can store maybe in some different data store service rather than putting inside a database. So this is how even I learned. Whenever something I want to try, again, I have my own code, always prepare for the small sample database with my small code. Yes, a domain need to attach something. Maybe this is how even I learn about the Kubernetes service. Yeah, because I am not a programming guy. I don't know about Node, Python, this and that. Yes, sample repositories, everything are there. But somehow it may happen, maybe I will not feel comfortable. First, I need to build my own confidence to comfort with that service. So that is where I am utilizing the same WordPress thing which I have from last couple of years with me. So I'm just trying to put and try to test that, yeah, whether this scaling or this kind of feature which this service is supposed to give is there or not. And again, it's not only about the infrastructure for be any architect or be any a big data expert, as well as the security, logging and monitoring, which is a big missing part. Try to understand the value of logging and monitoring. Logging, monitoring from action trail, which is covering catching or storing the API calls which happen to the Alibaba Cloud platform. Then the logging and monitoring of your infrastructure application level. It will open the door for the bigger learning and with the practical way. So try to build, try, okay, first time it will not work, it's okay. Maybe 10 time it will not work, it's okay. But you will get, because such kind for building these WordPress multi-tier thing, resources are easily and proven resources are easily available. You can try, once it will test it, then next thing that yes, okay, you don't like WordPress, it's okay, maybe then you pick your favorite programming language. If some kind of sample application is there, you can try. And it will give you the network design also. Let's say you want to put server load balancer, then application code, as well as the RDS service or maybe Polar DB. Yes, you can try and see how the internal routing work, how you can monitor the thing. That is really important tip. Again, for even preparing for the expert level exam, it doesn't mean that you need to have maybe kind of, the double 11 kind of infrastructure. It doesn't mean that you need to simulate, or until unless you will not work with a double 11 kind of a infrastructure preparation, you can't appear for expert level. Maybe this WordPress example, I can tell you, it can give you, try to do some 2 to 3 different network design, maybe something known as sandwich networking. Try to do and do how the routing will work, maybe from the one network to the another network, and see the possibilities are always there. Okay, coming to the resource, Alibaba Cloud Academy, the first stop. Good courses are there and lot of attractive prices are there. You can buy and you can watch it. For all these 3 different track, the courses are there. It will cover the foundation part, and apart from that, couple of other courses specific to service are there. You couple of them are free, couple of them, if you want some kind of a that service specific certificate, you can follow that, and it will give you that comfort level to learn about the thing. So surely make sure you create an account on Alibaba Cloud Academy. It will be the same credential if you subscribe for the Alibaba Cloud Platform Console. So surely sign up. Another thing which is I found it is really helping me to getting the idea what kind of scenarios can be simulated. Reddit. So Alibaba Cloud is having its own subreddit, that profile on the reddit.com. Go through. Again, it doesn't mean that you need to solve each and every problem. Even I found I am like that. I am going through figuring out what kind of problems users, other people are facing, because everyone comes with its own experience, a different kind of scenario. But at least you can understand and simulate. If you know the basic about platforms, you can easily simulate, yes, okay, someone is trying to facing some error. That is where your own learning and sharing is important. If you're really comfortable, you have passed through such kind of scenario which another user is facing, you can drop your comment and your learning there, and surely it will help for other. It will spread in the community. And Reddit is something I found. Maybe you can follow the Stack Overflow also. Both are something where you will find a different kind of scenarios people are facing, and someone really responds on all those things who actually solve such kind of problem. It will give a learning, because not everything comes from the courses are made for the specific track, but you really need to open your arms to understand more deeper about the services and platform. Documentation, if you are a book lover or something, I my first stop is always documentation. If I found that, yeah, some video is not there, so I start reading about the service specific documentation. There is a very nice way Alibaba platform documentation. This left side you will see from the different track, or simply I can see the indexes are there, and you can jump to see that what feature you want to see, or what feature documentation you are trying to learn and try to explore. Webinars and events that is going in a big way. Subscribe. Every week, every month, some new services release, some new topics, some new use cases are shared by awesome Ali Cloud people. So subscribe to their webinar series and sign up for the newsletter. You will get about the events, and it may happen that in some official webinar and events you will get a chance to appear for even these ACA exams free of cost. So feel free. It's again learning and then testing. Again, entry level associate, I recommend anyone, but don't think that doing only the associate end of a discussion or end of a journey. Pro and expert level is something you really need to aware about the your basics as well as your how to leverage your existing experience. But yeah, ACA is the entry and the starting foundation which will help you to build your confidence. You will get familiar about the platform, and at the end it's all about community. I myself build myself from the community only, and happy to be part of Singapore Alibaba Cloud community and be a part of community. Again, feel free if you have any use case you would like to share, please contact the organizer, the people. Feel free to share. It is nothing to shy that it is not working or something. It may happen, yeah, demo will not work, but learning is most important, which individually can achieve. So be a part of always community, be open, and don't think that, don't hesitate that you can't speak. It is something for me also. A few years back it was something that I was not able to communicate my thoughts, but yeah, gradually, one time, two time, it happened. I was a bit shy, bit nervous, but slowly it started working, and I love to interact with people. Right now, yeah, we interact virtually, but hope to see everyone in person in our community event, and let's grow the community so that more and more people will know about that. If he or she is facing problem, at least in community, someone will be able to help. Again, I would like to share here a bit about, there is a one group on DingTalk application. Please scan this QR code and join the group. There are a lot of good discussion going, lot of event updates, webinar things are going there. So you can always stay up to date according to your relevant track and your relevant, the experience that you are looking for. A big data, maybe some other big data expert or maybe enthusiast you will find in the community, in the group, and yes, it will open the next level of opportunities. Then please subscribe to the Meetup group. Yeah, I will share the slides. You can scan the QR code also later also. So this is the Meetup group. This is for our Alibaba Cloud Community Singapore group. So it's like bit.ly/Alibaba SG. This is a short URL. It will land you to the Meetup page, and just subscribe so that you will be aware about what's going in the Meetup as well as. And if you are really, would like to contribute, feel free to reach out to community members. They are awesome, and we always our community is always looking for the maximum and contribution, because everyone have its own different learning as well as use cases. And another, just would like to share, so our coming meetup is on the compute services. Again, I am going to drive and going to speak on that part, because compute is something which I love, and there are different of compute layers. It's not only about the ECS, but maybe the functions, how the serverless and Kubernetes thing will add the value. So I'm going to talk, so stay tuned for that also, and you can register. All the registration link is available on the Meetup page event. And with that, I would like to share, if you want to quickly start just to see about, take a feel about ECS, you can go to this link, again, free of cost. You don't need to pay anything. Just go to the link. I will paste these links in the chat also in a minute, and you can quickly play. You can watch some video about how the ECS, you can go through the documentation, and there will be some quiz, 15 questions, 30 minutes, and you will get an awesome certificate which surely help you to at least start and build your confidence. With that, I'm end with my presentation, and have open for the questions. So let me see, and then I will unmute and we will go one by one. And Let me see if something, yes, recording, and recording will be shared. So you will receive the link of the recording, and I believe it is going to publish on YouTube channel also. So we will put this info in the Meetup group. That is why we are saying the Meetup group. Please subscribe that, as well as part of Ding Talk group. I will share the QR code also, or maybe I will put it on the screen. Let me see. There is a one question. When I purchase, okay, courses from. Okay, so there is a question from Ashfaq Mavli that when I purchase ACP certification from a course from Alibaba Education website, I only see they have a course for big data, not for the cloud computing. So they have a three courses. One is for the cloud computing. The same course is covering every track. Again, courses are the foundation and fundamental level. Keep remember, you need to really put more effort from your side to understand and to design or imagine the solution. It will not that the courses will cover. If yes, as it is the growing, that is where if you do the learning, you just create some kind of maybe a blog post as well as a video to share. So how we can get the real-time project experience back to certification knowledge to change the career path? I believe I answered that. You need to build as a hobby, because most of the people don't have a portfolio. Giving example, it will cover all those areas, because for any kind of segment or any kind of domain, network, you need to know, you need to understand about how, where the VPN will fit, how to migrate that data, maybe a small data you can produce, maybe then try to understand, yes, something you have used and these kind of features are there. So that will be work for the 1000x also. So rather than waiting and someone give you some project to start, I believe you need to produce it from your side. And that is where the Reddit and Stack Overflow kind of platform will help you to understand the thing. Really, I am also going the same way. I am also spending some my dedicated time to go through some Stack Overflow things, specific tags, as well as the Reddit feeds, that yeah, what kind of scenarios are people facing and how we can solve. Okay. Okay, it is economical. Okay, is it economical to host a website on? Yes, price competitiveness is a one feature, one I can say the big from the other cloud platform. Now coming to the design, you need to understand what kind of website you want to host. It depends upon, again, how you can imagine, how you can architect. Maybe your website can run, maybe if it's a simple static, it can run only on object storage service. You even don't need a server, or maybe some kind of dynamic also can happen, and you can use the functions as well as the backend as a database, and you can expose it via the API gateway. Possible, depend what kind of thing you want to achieve. If it is a dynamic, you want a server base, you really need to do the benchmarking. Again, that is the biggest missing part, I can say, while talking about the cloud adoption, cloud migration. Businesses, people forgot to do the benchmarking because everyone is having some tight deadlines and they want to quickly move, and then they found that some sizing concerns which may impact the cost factor. So keep remember, do the benchmarking, understand your business requirement first, then the technical and Alibaba Cloud solution. If you understand your business pain point, things will be much easier. Okay. Is the document okay? Is the documentation and videos are still available over Coursera? Also, please let me know how you start enrolling, learning with the real time. Yes, sorry guys, I forgot that. Yes, Alibaba Cloud Platform or Academy recently released their courses on Coursera. You can subscribe, you can enroll for free, and you can learn. The content is good if you love the Coursera part. My form of learning is I follow the documentation and console and try to do it from the platforms like Reddit and something, that how I can simulate, because it's like for me day-to-day job from last, it's been almost 8 years since I started learning cloud. So my first cloud learning started in 2012. It is not that I just land to this world new, but yes, because in my college days I made my mind that I want to grow in this field, and it was ever growing. Even in 2015-16, it was bit slow. People were shy, or businesses were shy to talk about cloud. But 17-18, I personally see the change that how the cloud adoption are getting. And I travel across a country when I was in India, and the same like when I see, I travel a couple of other places and see, yes, the cloud adoption at a different level. So another documentation, yes. Can you paste the link for the exam clouder? Yes, just give me a second, guys. Let me paste the links as well as the meetup group. So so both links are there. You can join the meetup group. There you will find the slide links as well as the YouTube video and the recording info. And please do subscribe, and we will put the QR code image also there, so you can join the Ding Talk group. Okay. So another question is 28 billion investment worth for the China origin setup currently, where the world is moving infrastructure out of China? So again, so this investment, they announced to increase their global footprint. It is not only about, because in mainland China, they are the, obviously they are the number one, have a biggest presence. I believe around 9 region in China itself, Alibaba Cloud is having, and 12 is other part of globe. So it is the more expansion, giving the more and more proven result, services, agility. And I can tell you, Alibaba is a cloud platform who is having a presence in such countries where other cloud platform are not having. And I can't say that what's the other cloud platform plan or footprint about those countries. Giving an example of Malaysia, because understand, data is something very important, and nowadays we are living into the world where the data sovereignty, data need to be reside in that specific country boundaries. That is something which need to be considered, which is really considerable while talking about cloud adoption and cloud migration. So think about that, guys. Okay, how the Coursera content different from? I have not personally gone through the Coursera content, but I found it is covering a little bit more info, and courses are a bit lengthy than the academy. So I suggest, if someone already have gone through, maybe feel free to put a comment, and we can see that. Another is, please, which services are available for free, and it may be available at the time of learning only. Okay, so services are free. Let me share my screen quickly, and let me show my browser. Okay, so this is the certification page, the official certification, the professional level, all the tracks are there. You can sign, subscribe, and again, it's not everything not coming under free of cost. You need to pay, and you need to put and schedule it at Pearson platform, and you, on the desired date, you can select if the slots are available, and you can take the exam. And apart from that, these are the specific service task kind of, I can say, the topic you can do. You can play the quiz. After that, you will also receive a one certificate, again, which will help you to at least boost your confidence. So these are the different track. I will share the link already for our this one, operate and manage cloud server, in the chat. You can open, create your account, and take a quiz, learn something. And this is the Reddit page. So you can see few things which we are not going to face because of our role, but someone is facing. That is where it is really helpful to understand. And yes, now coming to the home page, and you can see the free trial. Subscribe as an individual, and you will get around 16 services, which is coming with some restriction, and the time bound. It may be few months to a year validity, as well as some services which are always free. Subscribe, see, again, you can read about this, and you can just you can play, try to spin up. But even before try to spin up, just to understand what is the purpose of that service, it will really help you to clarify a lot of doubts. And then yes, this is a Coursera page. Let me paste this thing also in the chat, and I believe that that will be helpful then. uh, I think just give me a second. Stop sharing and putting something in chat. So guys, I am going to unmute, and then maybe we can talk for questions, and maybe some discussion one by one. So yes, hope you got some idea about the cloud certification, where certification will add values. And guys, all are unmuted. Anyone, if you would like to talk and share and have query, you can unmute, ask a question, and I will try to answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chirag, I've got a question for you. My name's Irfan. I'm from the UK.
Okay.
I've been doing AWS for the last 2 years, studying 2 years, what, year and a half. How does it compare with, I mean, in terms of just the technologies, is it very similar to AWS? Because I'm looking at the exams, modules, OSS, SLBs, ALGs, and it seems like the technology is the same. So would it be easy transition for me to
Yes.
move?
Yes, I can say yes, exactly. If you know about a one platform, it will be easy transition, because you're same there. Because I was also not doing Alibaba Cloud platform maybe from in last 12 months. Like before, I can say before I shifted and I was aware, I got an opportunity to work, but it is a very quick transition to understand, because see, coming to the same world of network is network, you really need to know RFC 1918, how the private networking is working, how the routing is. Yes, maybe terminology, and sometime I agree, and the solution design can be different than other cloud platforms. That is where the USP of each and every platform is coming. I am also coming from a different cloud platform, right? I worked heavily on something else, then I switched into something else due to the client requirement. Then I came land to the Alibaba Cloud. From last couple of months, I am doing day in, day out, trying to understand. And yes, services name can be different, but common things are always required. Now coming to
Yeah.
each cloud platform is coming with its own kind of compliance. But SOC 1, SOC 2, PSI, that is a universal one. That is not that the cloud providers are inventing, but cloud providers need to provide those sometime out of the box services to achieve the compliant, to make the use case better, right? So now
Yeah.
you're talking about cloud trail, the same thing is here is action trail. Maybe UI UX experience can be different, but you can correlate the thing. And again, learning a different cloud platform, because yes, multi-cloud is also a new way. Maybe you can leverage 50 to 60% of your existing learning, 30 to 40 you need to put your newer effort to learn about that specific platform, because not every platform is having the same thing what other is offering, right?
So Chirag, would you say that the ACP is equivalent to the solution architect, the associate level in AWS? Because I've been hearing a lot of things from on the forums and the,
Nothing. I can say, because see, the way of exam here and in AWS is different, because in ACP you will find a true and false kind of question. But if you talk about AWS specialty, that is bit on the different track. Yes, trying to cover again the rule, but pointing the question and pointing the exam is little bit. I found, it's again my personal opinion, I found in a the different is there. Yeah, so
okay.
I can say the expert level, then you compare it with AWS Pro, that I totally can say yes, that can be apple to apple comparison. But
Okay.
yeah, so just take is one by one step for the world of
Yeah.
Alibaba
To
Cloud, right?
I'm learning Terraform at the moment, and Terraform uses all of them, so it's good. So that's what I'm moving into. Yeah.
Right,
So
right,
yeah.
awesome,
Thanks for your presentation. It's been good.
thanks. Yes, guys, any other question? I think something going in chat also, let me see. uh, what does cloud storage gateway provide? Okay, so cloud storage gateway provide again a different scenarios. If you want some kind of hybrid thing, you want to some frequent data cache, and you want to maybe asynchronously sync your data to OSS, different use case. If you have already your storage, a big storage investment on premises, and next, rather than purchasing or procuring the new storage stack, you have a clear indication to move to the cloud. That is where the storage gateway kind of thing came into picture, and again different kind of scenarios. I think the Alibaba Proctor for now, Pearson View is not available. Yes, yeah, it is available. I appeared only as a in-person exams for Alibaba Cloud, so it is available. You just sign up or maybe search Alibaba Pearson. You will land, you need to create your new account, and it will give all these 8 exams. Maybe due to the current situation, most of the testing centers are not open, but you can create your account and maybe hope for the best when things will become the normal, and then you can appear for the exam. And what else? So what is Ali Cloud ECS? It is Elastic Compute Server, which is equivalent of your VPS, virtual private server normally called, but it is much bigger, giving the flexibility and covering the multiple scenarios. If you want a GPU powerful uh, machines or computing power, or if you're looking for the bare metal, so all these services. So stay tuned. Next week, 18th of June, we are going to talk about the compute services, and ECS is one of the part. And ECS is something I can say one of the first step for the lift and shift migration. Maybe try to search and know about 6 hours of cloud migration, or six hour strategy of cloud migration. You will get some idea about like what is lift and shift, what is cloud native, and refactoring, rehost, replatform. All those things will come into picture. How much time would you expect to sit through the course material study before you ready for ACA exam? Again, it depend upon a person to person. A experienced person for the ACA, it may happen 2 days time, because ACA is an entry level exam and anyone can sit from the student to the experience. But yes, coming to the professional and expert level, depend experience as well as how much a person can put effort. A person can ready be in a 1 month and can be in a 6 to 12 month, depend upon everyone. Each one scenarios and situation is different. So try to take this as like what kind of surrounding you are, what kind of situation you are. So according to that you can prepare, because learning is required. After that, that experimentation is more required, because courses can cover maybe again 30 to 40%. 60% is the existing experience and learning. Can we get easily job? Yes, that is where I mentioned that yesterday. Yesterday Alibaba also opened lot of new job opportunity, which they have committed and they are going to do. But apart from that, yeah, partner ecosystem is growing. So again, the supply is less, the demand is high, the qualified supply is really less, guys. So try to understand. So what are the metrics to monitor ECS? Yes, there are the cloud monitor service, which will give you all those things, how you can monitor your services at infra level. And then there is the agent you can install to pull the some custom metrics, especially if you understand about virtualization. Then I expect that you know that memory can't be out of the box metric for the infra as a service layer. But you can install the agent, put and tweak, and you can get your custom dimensions and metrics. Okay, what services in Ali Cloud to store session state data? Yes, you can use the Redis as a caching store as a service, and maybe a NoSQL key value database or key value data store is there that you also can utilize to store the session. Depend upon like how comfortable you are with your application and how much you can code. It depend upon again everyone's scenarios, right? Who is a bigger giant? Again, this is not the question. Like I say, everyone have its own pros and cons, right? Everyone has its own target market, target area. So everyone is good. There is no race of number one, be it any cloud provider. It's all about how the things are getting solved, because not every service is coming with the same cost at each cloud provider. And if really you understand the business, that is why even if you are too techy, let me tell you, if until unless you don't understand the requirement, nothing gonna work even in the cloud, if you really don't understand the requirement. And when you understand the requirement, the biggest thing need to be considered about the cost factor. So think, make the mindset, make your journey around that, doors will be open. I believe with that we can end our today's session, and it's really good to see everyone for you, and thanks for your support. Thanks the Alibaba team for organizing and helping to organize this session. And if anyone is interested to deliver the talk, the use cases, feel free to reach out to at Meetup page, or you can even connect me with my social profile on LinkedIn or Twitter, or you can connect Steve Wang, and Claudine. They are from Alibaba, and we all are happy to grow the community, to share the different use cases. And together learning is always important, to understand about what I can say, the right mindset, because multiple thoughts came into picture, and then we will put in ourselves in a situation to understand how to take again the solution design decision. Right, with that, thank you everyone. So hope to see you soon, and feel free to subscribe. I will put the recording link, presentation, as well as about the Ding Talk QR code in the Meetup group page. So feel free to refer and join the community. Good night and take care. Stay safe. Bye bye.